Hey guys, Gamerbloxgaming here with the theory of time traveling, which I made and created. As you may know, just created it yesterday. It sounds pretty stupid actually that I just created it yesterday, but it's pretty logic. Before I start reading this, I will say that it's basically just this. You can travel through time, um, but not really through time. It's traveling to another dimension where the time is different. That's basically where the whole theory is about. And I explain it in a bit more complex version. So uh, stay listening if you want, and if you don't, then you know it already. So yeah, so let's begin. If you imagine time traveling but not through time, would that be possible? I think that it is possible. If there are multiple universes, where in every universe there is another reality. So for example, if we answer a question with yes or no, there is a new universe created where we either answer yes or no. So an example here, it's not written down, but do you want a cookie? Somebody says yes, somebody says no, new universe is created with either yes or no. So and maybe even one where he just grabs a cookie without asking it or something, but okay, you get it, I think. Well, let's go further with yes or no. There is a new universe created where yes or over here I am now, so sorry for that. Yes or no. Or every moment of nee, no. On every moment of every day of every year there is a new universe created. So if we can find a way with traveling a speed that is so fast that there is no time and speed, we can go where we want when we want it. Well, I don't know if you need to travel fast. Maybe it's not about how fast you go. Maybe it's about how slow you can go. So you basically go backwards. But I don't know yet. I have to do a bit more research in speed and such. So yeah, let's go further. With a speed that is so fast. Oh fudge. Fuck, I mean that there is no time and speed. We can go where we want, when we want it, and we can get in contact with ourselves in the past or in the future without changing our universe, which are people afraid of and which is a later chapter. So look at your family tree with the first two persons it started with. So if you're Christian, it's Adam and Eva, I guess it's in English. For Dutch people, it is Adam and Eva. So yeah, nobody knows who it was, but one thing is a fact: your family tree expands, and sometimes it doesn't. Each time, if it expands, there are two more options. So father or mother get a child, and that child gets a girlfriend, and they get also a child. So two more options, and I think you get it. Pictures later on. Your family tree expands and sometimes it doesn't. Each time if it expands, there are two more options. Then if it extends again, four more options are created. But if that's true, the first two options on the family tree of the universe were passed, we can still travel to them. Then we can travel through time without time traveling. So this is a simple picture. Oh fuck. Don't know if you can see my arrow. I guess you can, but this is the past, and basically this was where everything started. Then two answers were possible. For example, do you want a cookie? Yes, no. Then he asks it, and no is here. So this is basically the same dimension because it's pointless to have two the dimensions which are exactly the same, and so forth and so forth. So, and basically this is where we are now, times infinite. Every square is a universe. Well, let's go further. There are infinite numbers of universes, and the whole something continues to grow and create more universes. The something is called multiverse, just not written down, but I call it something because we are not sure what it is. And then there is a formula. You can calculate how much universes there are roughly, and based on only questions with two possible answers with this formula. So for example, yes or no questions. Each and U stands for amount of universes. You start with 1, as you can see here, and then times 2. So you have two possible answers. Then you go to the time in octoseconds, which is basically I forgot what it was, but it's basically the smallest amount of time we ever measured or we know. This is the simple formula where you can't have any options, but you can count how many universes there are if there were only yes or no answers and questions. So let's go further. Then a more advanced calculation will be amount of universes is 1 times options that are possible times time in octoseconds, and then until the don't know what's called, but I am not that good in English math, so I'll have to find it out. So I'm back when I find it. Okay, I'm back. I found out what it is. It's raised to the power of, and in this case it is 1 times 2. That answer raised to the power of time in octoseconds. So let's continue. Sorry. The more advanced calculation will be amount of universes is 1 times options that are possible times time in octoseconds. That in total raised to the power of time in octoseconds. T is always the same in these two. You can't change this because then the formula will be incorrect. So keep that in mind. T is always the same in this case. If the T here is 2, the T here is 2. So let's continue. And it froze for a bit. Just the letters explained because I know the other letters are also for something else in physics. So let's continue. Let's continue again. Sorry. In this formula, I assume that every octoseconds there is minimal 1 universe created. Then the options you have in a universe, which is for example moving forwards, backwards, left or right. So in that case you need to do this formula. 1 times 4, which is the m, and the m times 2 is the amount of options, which the O is for. I forgot to define that, but it's just easier that. You can replace that with an O, so but this is a bit easier. And then till the power of 1. So what you will get is 4 because there are 4 different options. But if time is different, so if you have, for example, for 25 octoseconds, you need to enter there 25, there 25, and you get a way bigger number, which is unbelievably big. But believe it or not, so that many universes are being created on that moment in 25 octoseconds. So let's continue. But if time is infinite, then you need to multiply it by infinite, which isn't possible. So this formula is meant to calculate how much universe there can be created in a specified time. So you can't calculate how much universe there will be created ever. it will stop on a certain time, and that time is infinite. So yeah, there are maybe more or less universes. I don't know how many universes there are. Maybe it aren't any universes, maybe it are dimensions where I am talking about the whole time. And but because maybe we can travel through dimensions, which is maybe possible. But until now, I think it are universes. So here's a theorem. Everything is nowhere, nowhere is everything. If you keep that in mind, if this is true, then we can travel where we want and still be on the same place. So I will include a picture at the back at the end of the video where you can see what I mean. I hope it's a bit easier, but basically every universe is at this place where we are now, but we can't see it. So it's basically a dimension. But a universe is something elsewhere, but still here. It's hard to explain and not for the common brain, actually. No offense, of course. Let's continue. If this theory is true, then we need to know what in the universe, in what universe we are. Are we in the universe that was the first universe created? In that case, we can't travel to the future because there isn't any universe before us. But I don't think we are the first universe. I think we are an universe which is about in the middle. So keep that in mind. So everything we do is never been done before. Or are we one of the infinite other universes? As long as we don't know that, we cannot travel to the future, because there is maybe no future. Because we still need to create it. The only thing we can do is travel to the past. One thing is sure, we can always travel to the past, because on this moment there are billions and billions and billions of universes created, if this theory is correct, where the universe just starts and goes its way on this exactly same way as ours, but in another time. So let's continue. When we find, okay, this is kind of weird, sorry. When we find out that this theory is true, we need to know what material is capable of reaching such a high speed that there is no space and time anymore. So we can travel through anything and stay on the same place when we are also on another place. We can move so fast that everybody else can't see us, but we can see them moving at normal speed. Basically, they can see us moving, but and they can't. It's hard to explain, but I think that if we are in a certain machine that is capable of moving so gigantic fast or slow, maybe, as I explained in the beginning, of reaching that our molecules are being manipulated and move so fast that people can see us, or so slow that they can see us. It's basically it has the same effect, I think. So let's continue to the next paragraph, I think. Yep. When we found the materials to go to the past, this is an if. So if we found it, when we found the materials to go to the past, and we found out that there are already multiple universes in the future, so then there is a future, then we need to find material that can travel so fast or so slow that we can do other universes. But if you want to go back in time, then we need something so slow that you can't see it, or so fast that it that we can't see it. I don't know that yet. I have to do more research on that, but it's kind of hard to explain. Basically, think of a helicopter. If the blades rotate, basically they stand still, but they move very, very, very fast, so they can lift off. Basically, think of that, and you can compare it with that. Damn it. If it goes too slow, then we need something so slow that you can't see it. It goes so slow that it goes fast. This is a very unclear theory, as I explained with the blades of the helicopter, and it is very hard to explain. We need to find something that breaks the time and space continuum, so we can travel free without having to worry about getting older to other universes. So basically we do get older, but not with extreme time. So if we go to the future, we don't go to dust at once. So we stay at our age and we get older at normal speed. So I hope that if we find a way that isn't a problem, because that will be very hard to defeat. There's one thing I'm a bit worried about this chapter 2, by the way, but I think the problem fixes itself. It's simple. Can there be so many universes that there is no space anymore for more universes? Or if the space for more universes has run out, it just creates a new area to make universes? You can compare it to the hard drive of your computer. When it runs out of space, you buy a new one. So basically there is a new area created where you can store information. You buy a new one. If there is a valuable information on it, wait a second. When you can compare it to the hard drive of your computer. When it runs out of space, memory, in this case, you buy a new one. If there is valuable information on it, on your old hard drive. Forgot the reading thing there. So you buy a new one if there is valuable information on your old hard drive that you need to save. But if there is information on your old hard drive that you don't need, you just delete it. So that this brings things to another option. Can universe be deleted? If so, this would be the big crunch, as it's called, and known to the day of today, I think. So can universes just go and not return, or do they stay forever? This is paragraph 2. There is also another thing where people are a bit worried about. It is the grandfather paradox. Basically, in this paradox, you kill your grandfather, or somebody kills your grandfather, and you don't get born because he was killed. But in this case, you don't have to worry about it, because if this theory is true, it doesn't matter what happens in the other universe, there will just be another one created where everything goes right, and in the other one everything goes wrong. So you won't get born and such. And the end is this. This made by Tom Hake, which is me, in 2011. You are not allowed to copy anything without permission. And if I give you permission, you must give credit to me. So thanks for watching. I will include a picture which is very simple at the end, and I hope you think about the story and study on it, because it's very interesting. I'm back to explain this picture. Do with this. It's pretty simple. Bye. There are multiple universes, as I said before, but this time each circle is a universe on exactly the same place with different things happening. So if I put on my left arm, in the second one my right arm goes up, and in the third one no arm goes up, for example. So I hope this explains it a bit better. Bye.